Today, we play for the very last WSOP circuit ring awarded in my trip in Aruba. In this video, there are 6 players left at the final table here on the big stage. Our backs are up against the wall with only 3 big blinds and very little chips to play with. 6 players left, 5 need to be eliminated to win a WSOP circuit ring. Let's get it. Back into the action we go, picking up pocket 5s. It is a pocket pair, and I'm closing my eyes and shipping it all in. The player on my right limps, I jam, and well, action folds around to the big blind player who ends up calling, and the limper calls as well. So 3 ways to a flop, not looking great, but we do have a chance to triple up. The flop comes 10, 8, deuce. Action goes check, check, so I have third pair and a dream. The turn is a good looking one in another deuce, so it's a card under our pair, which is always a good sign. Action goes check, check again, and the river, a 4. Action goes check, check on this river again, and it's really nice to see them all check, and somehow I show and win. Surviving still from 3 big blinds all the way up to 10, and there's just a chance that we can win this one. My chip stack is now up to 175,000. In this next hand, we see an all-in of pocket kings versus pocket 5s, and pocket 5s makes quads. Oh my god, there are 5 players left for a dirty suck out to crack kings. How poetic this may be, because the very next deal, I'm in the big blind, and the small blind announces an all-in as action folds to him. He covers me. I peel my cards, pocket 5s, snap call. You know I'm in here for about 200,000. We're up against pocket deuces. Come on, 5s, don't fail me now. In this tournament, it seems as though pocket 5s can't lose on the runouts. Win another massive one to double up, and just like that, we're back in this game, ready to roll. Following that, we see a massive all-in with queens versus jacks. Pocket queens is ahead and wins. Just like that, we go from 5-handed to 4-handed, and now we have a 25% chance of winning this WSOP circuit ring. With 350,000 chips in stack, I'm in the big blind with king 10 offsuit. There's a cutoff all in for 103,000. The big blind and small blind fold to me, and given it's 10 big blinds, can't fold this one. Playing 4-handed, he can jam a wide number of hands, so I make the call. This player has ace jack. And sadly, ace jack is going to win this one. Can't improve and suck out with the king 10, but chip stack takes a little bit of a hit, and the chip stacks are now a little bit more leveled out. Right after that one, we see another monstrous all-in pot. Ace queen offsuit versus pocket jacks. It's a clear flip, and ace queen wins, hitting his pair on the flop. 3 players are left, down to the 3 of us, and the ace queen player has a massive, massive chip lead. I've got a pretty small stack, but not gonna go away quietly. We're gonna try to chip away at that big stack and see how it goes playing 3-handed now. Blinds have increased to level 20. Blinds are 8,000, 16,000, 16,000, and I pick up jack 9 offsuit in the big one. We're playing a lot of hands here 3 ways. The button folds, and the small blind with the huge stack puts in a raise to 33,000. With jack 9 offsuit, it's a playable hand. I'm in here and make the call. The flop comes king 10 high with 2 spades, so I flopped a gutter ball for a straight and backdoor spade draws. The small blind player bets out 40,000, and here with this specific holding, I don't think I'm going anywhere just yet. I make the call with the ability to bluff later on. When the turn comes the 7 of diamonds, well, now I have a 2-way straight draw with a double gutter. He sizes up for 75,000. Pretty huge and a large portion of my stack. There's no way that I'm folding this, but I also don't want to go all in as I have plenty to play with, and if I hit one of my straight card outs, then I've just got to assume that I'll get value and get paid. So with no reason to jam jack high just yet, I make the call, leaving myself with 160k behind. We're off to a river, gonna need a bink here, come on dealer. River is the queen of clubs. Bink with the straight here, spade draw misses, and this player now decides on a check. Well, I'm sticking with the plan. There's no other option than to go for it. I have the nuts, the best possible hand, and I'm all in for 160,000. But this player sadly folds, so maybe he missed a spade draw or whatever it may be. Can't feel too result oriented by not getting paid on this river card. I'm just happy to bink and a pile of chips get pushed my way. I get asked this question all the time about what do I do before I play a session, play a tournament? Is there some sort of warm-up method I have before hopping onto the poker tables? And I'm happy to answer those questions because this video is sponsored by pokercoaching.com, and I'm happy to be a partner with them and share this with you because one of the very helpful tools they have across their entire site are these GTO pre-flop quizzes. You can hop into them and just get quizzed on a number of different things, especially in a tournament mode where your stack sizes jump all over the place. I hop in there for about 15 minutes before I go play a poker session and just quiz myself, get the brain going and thinking about poker and different situations and scenarios that I may come across, whether I have 10 big blinds, 40 big blinds, and everything in between. And it's a really great tool. The reason why I'm saying this now is because the site pokercoaching.com has played a really big role into me becoming a much better poker player and especially tournament player and helping me win some tournaments along the way in my very short poker career. Using my link down below, they're giving away 3 free days of access to their entire site. You can browse for free, no credit card required, and it's just a free roll. I highly recommend checking it out because it certainly helped me a lot with my game. I'm sure it'll help you as well. And big shout out to Poker Coaching for allowing me to share this opportunity with you guys. And click the link down in the description below for more information. But let's get back into the action. We've got a tournament and ring to win here in Aruba. Next interesting spot, I pick up 10 deuce of spades in the big blind. Small blind puts in a raise to 40,000, and once again, I am defending with a suited combo. We're off to a flop of 7-5 deuce, 2 hearts, so bottom pair and a dream, I guess. He bets out 35,000, and with a pair, certainly not going to fold just yet. I don't want to raise either, so I just make the call in position. The turn is a Bink 10. This is how hot we're running right now, right? This is awesome. He slows down and sides on a check now, and with 2 pair, I am happy to pile chips in the middle. Can get a lot of value from many different draws or even 1 pair holdings. Also would be a huge cooler to be up against 5-7. So I bet out 55,000 to start on this turn card, and for 55k, he calls. The river is now an ace. He checks again, and I'm certainly confident I'm ahead with 2 pair, and I'm thinking maybe he might have ace high of hearts, or most likely just a pair of sevens given that he checked on the turn. So I decided to go on a really small bet to just guarantee myself that I get paid off, considering last hand we binked the straight and didn't get paid. I size small to 40,000. He calls really quickly. I show the 2 pair, and we win a really big pot and chipping up big time here after these last 2 hands. This is what dreams are made of when you come back from 3 big blinds. Back in the big blind once again, defending a lot of big blind hands, this time with 7-4 offsuit. The button folds, small blind puts in a limp, and onto me. Certainly can go either way with a raise or check, and I decided to raise this trash holding to 40,000. 40,000, he is not going anywhere. He makes the call, and we're gonna have to navigate a flop now. The flop comes ace 5-8. He checks it over to me, and on an ace high board, considering I raised pre-flop, going to try to represent some top pair holdings, so I bet out 32,000. And for 32,000, he decides on a call, so all right, maybe we can just bank our gutter ball. That would be easy. The turn comes a 3. So that makes it a lot more fun. Now, again, with a double gutter, 2-way straight draw, he checked it over to me for a second time, and with a lot more equity, don't really want to bloat up the pot even more with 7 high, I check this one back. We're off to a river, which is the king of spades, so sitting here unimproved, unfortunately. And even worse, not really getting a chance to bluff at this, he bets out 65,000. Well, I'm sitting here with 7 high, so that obviously can't win with a call or fold. And looking at the board right now, I think I have the strongest 2 pair combos in range, considering I raised pre-flop, and like I said, I can't win by folding or calling. And that's only one more option, which leaves us to a raise. I think about it for a while, and as daring as it is to put in a bluff and raise here with 7 high, That's the only option I have to win, and I'm going for the win in this tournament. Got to get the chips in the middle right now, and I'm fighting for them. I raised it up to 155,000, and upon this raise, there's not much of a sweat here in this decision. He folds 6-7 face up. Ooh, 7 high versus 7 high. That would have been pretty sick if he actually, you know, somehow called or did something ridiculous, but nice to be in the spot and take it down with a worse 7 high. Following spot, I have ace-jack offsuit, and I face an all-in from king-8 offsuit. If I win here, now we're going to be heads up for the WSOP ring. The flop comes decent. The turn comes in 8, unfortunately, so now king has a pair. River improves them to 2 pair, and we're still 3-handed, unfortunately. Couldn't bust out this player.
On his big blind, I think.
There's little Nicole. We're on break now. Thanks for the rail. It's quite empty because it's literally the final event here in Aruba. And 3-handed has been a shit show, to be honest. It's really hard to keep track of what the hell's going on because hands happen right after one another and I have to write notes, and I don't know how this video is going to be, but final 3. 3,500 locked up, but obviously first would be really nice. And I think we have like about half the chips in play now. Came from 3 big blinds to half the chips in play. It's a sweat, so that's all I have. I don't know how long this video is. I don't know what the structure is going to be, but it's really hard. There's a lot of hands happening. Trying my best to keep it going. There's a live feed on stream that they actually have on the Aruba Facebook. If you want to watch what the hell's going on, I have like 3 phones, rapid typing, trying to figure out the action and play and win the tournament. It's hard to do. So leave a like because this is really difficult. Probably one of the most difficult things I've ever done.
Last 3 hands, I'll just say I am falling asleep.
She doesn't know much poker.
Well, I can't see the table.
Yeah, you can't. It's a really cool setup, and we got like 5 minutes left to break. Just gonna take the next 5 minutes to decompress, chill, and maybe we'll get a heads up. There's one short stack that we just doubled up. So maybe, I don't know, we'll see, but we'll figure it out. Progressing to level 21, blinds have increased, and we see an all-in 8-7 suited versus ace-10 off. If ace-10 off wins, then we are back to heads up. Let's sweat this one out. The flop and turn come a little sweaty, and the river 7. Ooh, dirty river. 1 card away from being heads up for the ring, but the 7 keeps the smaller stack alive, and we are still playing 3-handed. This next hand starts off with a button all in. I pick up ace-3 of diamonds, and I am so involved. I make the call, the big blind folds, and we see that we're up against pocket deuces. If we win this flip here, then now we are heads up. The flop does not look good, but the turn and river go runner, runner, double paired board. And oh my god, ace high is going to win this one over a pair of deuces that got double counterfeited. And now, heads up for the ring. All right, heads up.
Oh boy.
Good luck to Adam. Thank you, Caleb, for all the dealing, as always. And get the ring. Heads up. Let's go. Good luck. I pick up Jack Deuce of clubs in the big blind. There is a button raised to 40,000, and here, look, they're suited. We're playing heads up. Got to play a whole lot of hands. I make the call. We're off to a flop, which comes as ideal as it gets. Ace, deuce, deuce, 2 spades. What more can you ask for when you play this hand? Sometimes really good flops happen. Action goes check, check, unfortunately, so there's no action here. The turn comes an ace, though. I check for a second time with my full house, and this button player bets out 20,000. For 20,000, I'm happy to just make the call. Raising seems a little bit like an overplay. Can't imagine much worse hands to call a raise. Anyways, we're off to a river, which is the 6 of hearts. I'm first to act, and I decide to bet out for value. I can't let my full house go check, check, so maybe I can get called by some pocket pair, or even king high can find a call. I bet out 65,000, and this player calls rather quickly. I show my hand with the full house, and he folds, telling me later that he had a 6, so pretty gross river to have him hit a pair, but great for us to get some value. And now the chip stacks are swaying to my side. I have 1.1 million in chips in my stack. He has 300,000. We're a pretty heavy favorite right now to win this heads up match. Just gotta close it out. This next hand starts out with 8-7 offsuit on the button. I'm in position with 2 cards next to each other, so I decide to limp here and make the call for 20,000. And this big blind player checks his option, so we're off to see a free flop of Jack 8-5 to hearts. With middle pair, he checks it over to me, and I can go either way with a check or bet. I decided to check this one back. The turn is a 7. What a bink. Another 2-pair holding. He checks for a second time, and let's go for some value. Hopefully, I bet out 45,000. And upon this 45,000 bet, this player has about 200-ish thousand in front and in his stack. He goes all in. I snap call, announce my 2-pair. Come on, let's hold to win this tournament. When I announce my hand, he says that he's drawing dead with 3-5 offsuit. I just need to fade 1 of 2 5s remaining in the deck, and the ring is ours. The river comes a jack. Let's go. Nice playing with you, Adam. It was a pleasure meeting you and talking to you throughout this entire tournament who watches the channel. Really good run to Adam, and big credit to him for surviving with a short stack and placing second here. But I'm happy to win. There are sparkles flying in the air for celebration, and I take down my 3rd ever significant tournament of my life, winning some more hardware, and I can claim that the WSOP circuit ring is mine. Thanks, Robert.
You're welcome. Oh, sure, you get the big share for this.
Sweet.
4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 2, 3, 20, 40, 50.
So, had to decompress a little bit after the win and record this outro. Still don't know what to say. It's my last few hours here in Aruba. I'm just sitting on the balcony enjoying the views and packing. Got a lot to pack, and it's nice to have one extra piece of hardware to pack. This thing looks really sweet. Here also has like the Casino of Aruba as well on one side, then the WSOP on the other side. And the cool bonus thing that I learned about winning one of these circuit rings is that there's going to be a national tournament in Vegas for all of the circuit ring winners this year, and maybe bracelet winners as well, but it's equivalent to like a $10,000 or $5,000 buy-in. I think it's like $1 million guaranteed prize pool, and you can only play in it if you win a ring. So it's a little bit of a free roll, and I'm looking forward to whenever that tournament happens, maybe in February or sometime in early 2022. But yeah, that video's gonna come up. But thank you so much for all the support. If you follow me on Instagram, I mean, you guys saw it first, and it's crazy, and it's nice to kind of accomplish a goal, because I came out here and the goal was to win one of these things. That'd be really cool. Obviously pretty far-fetched. It's hard to win tournaments. You gotta run really well and get really lucky, and I'm glad I was able to do it on the very last one, and it's a good way to end off a vacation. So thank you so much for all the support on social media, on Instagram, on Twitter if you saw it first and live. Big thank you to here at the Aruba Casino in Hilton, and obviously Ronnie, Gianni, Mark, Bridget. You all helped a ton, and can't wait for next year, guys. Next year when you have this, you have a chance to win one of these bad boys in paradise here in Aruba. 10 out of 10 recommend it. I'll see you guys here next year. Thanks so much for watching. Smash that like button. Do it for the ring. I'll see you guys next time. Peace.